Hello everyone and welcome. A few months back I got a portable power station and I did a review for that unit in a separate video. Now since that time I've had to use that portable power station several times due to the rolling blackouts that we've been having because of the extreme heat wave we had this year. It has come in really handy for short-term power outages. But what about when the power outages become longer? How do you power up your power station when there's no power for long periods of time? Well, that is why I decided to get myself these 120 watt solar panels from Necespow. And that is what we're going to be looking at today. Whether you're going camping, RVing, or want to live off the grid, or during an emergency power outage, having a power station is great, but having solar panels to keep it charged up is even better. So let's unbox this puppy and see how it performs. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, let me pull this guy out of the box and set it up and I'll be right back. And when you pull this guy out of the box, this is what you find. You see that it comes in a nice, convenient storage case, and it is a very soft, flexible storage case. It has like a fabric material on the outside, but it is like a semi-rigid plastic on the inside. It's soft, it's flexible, it's not very hard at all. So it's very convenient to store everything. And when you open it up, you find that it has the solar panels inside, and it has nice little bands on there, nice little straps to hold it in there so it's not flopping around. As you can see, like I said, it's semi-rigid. It is flexible, so it's not going to give you any trouble or damage anything if you're carrying it around in an RV, in a vehicle, something like that. It's going to be very convenient to carry this around. So let me pull these guys out of there, and then we'll look at them further. Alright, so I moved them down here so we can have a little bit better look at them, and I'm going to open them up in just a moment. Right now they're folded up, and it is a total of 4 panels all together in an accordion style, and I'll open it up for you in just a moment, but you can see right now how they look when they're all folded up. And that hanging right there is the cable that comes with it. That is the universal connector for connecting it up to all sorts of power stations, as I'll explain in just a moment. But let me give you some of the details about this unit, and then we'll do some testing after we go over all that stuff. So this is the 120 watt portable folding solar panels from Necespow, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this unit retails for $249.88, but they do have a $50 discount coupon on their Amazon page, bringing it down to only about $199, which is a fantastic price for panels like this. Now the dimensions on these guys folded up as you see it right now is 20 inches in height by 17 inches in width. When you extend it, which I'll do in a moment, it comes out to be 20 inches in height by 60 inches in length. And these guys do come with a 1-year warranty. Now, like I said, these are the 120 watt monocrystalline folding solar panels, which are more powerful than your standard 100 watt solar panels. The output on these guys is 19.4 volts at 6.17 amps, making a maximum of 120 watts. These guys do come with a smart chip built in to protect connected devices from damage while charging. Now this is very lightweight and easy to carry around compared to other solar panels which are stiffer and heavier and made from other materials and may actually have heavy frames around them like aluminum or steel or something like that, which makes them more cumbersome. Like the Harbor Freight solar panels, for example. They're bigger and bulkier than this. They're made from a different, less efficient material, and they actually have a metal frame around them which makes them very rigid, hard to move around, and much heavier. And these panels do have grommets allowing you for hanging them or affixing them to a specific area. And we're going to have a much closer look in just a moment, so don't worry about that. I'm just giving you the info right now. We're going to go in much closer and have a real close look at these guys, and you're going to see the texture and a real close-up of the panels themselves. These guys also have a kickstand, which I'll show you is in the back, and it's built right into them, so it's very easy to stand them up. I don't know how many other videos I've seen on YouTube where people are having trouble having the panel set up at the optimal angle, because the optimal angle is around 90 degrees to point these towards the sun, so you get the best charging capability. Many other panels out there don't have any kind of kickstand built into it, so you have to really proper up your own thing to be able to have them stand up. And like I said, there's a lot of other videos out there which is rather comical trying to see people set these guys up, and they're flopping all over the place and they won't stay still. These guys thought about it and they have a kickstand already built in, so it makes it really easy to stand them up just about anywhere. Now these guys are covered in an EFTE material and made from multiple silicon layers, allowing up to 21% energy efficiency and 98% light transmission. Most other panels are only up to 15% efficiency. Now this EFTE outer layer also gives you improved durability, heat resistance, UV protection, fire resistance, and dust and water protection. These panels are IP67 dust and waterproof, so that means that they can get wet. You can leave them outdoors while charging, you can leave them out in the sun charging, and if you have a sudden downpour or if your sprinklers turn on and get them wet, no problem, they are waterproof. These panels can give you up to 25 years of life expectancy with proper care. And the connector that comes with these panels, as you see it right there hanging in the middle, is the MC4 6-in-1 power connector, allowing for greater compatibility when connecting it to different brand power stations. You don't have to have a specific brand of power station. These are pretty universal. They'll hook up to just about anybody out there. This is much better than the SAE connector that Harbor Freight uses and other brands. Some brands have only a proprietary connector, which means that if your cable goes bad, you have to pay them or try to figure out what to do to get another cable. If this cable goes bad, you can use any other MC4 connector and hook it back up and keep on going. So it's more of a universal use panel. And for faster charging of your power bank or power station, you can have multiple of these panel arrays hooked up to your power station, and they can be set up in series or parallel depending on what you're trying to achieve. These panels also work in cloudy weather, but they're less efficient than if you use them in bright sunny days. So these solar panels are very lightweight and compact, making them ideal for camping, RVing, off-grid living, or keeping them stored away for use during emergencies and power outages. To power up your portable power station or your devices, either way, these panels have high efficiency and good durability for multiple use situations. Alright guys, so let's take a little closer look at the panels and see what they look like. So when you're going closer to them, you can see, like I said, this EFTE material that covers it up, it gives it a texture. It gives it a different kind of a texture. It's not your typical old-fashioned smooth type panel. These new ones now have this texture, which is supposed to give it a longer life and better energy absorption. So you can see it right there with the light, how it has a different kind of texturing on the panels themselves. And like I said, you can see that the panels, they have grommets all the way around it in different panels. So you can attach it to like an RV or the roof of your RV, the side of the RV, anywhere you want to hang it, whatever's convenient for you. You can put like a bungee cord or something like that and attach it somewhere. And you can see back here, like I mentioned previously, they come with their own built-in kickstands. So they're very easy to attach anywhere you want. Just stand them up and you're ready to go. And these kickstands do have also little connectors at the bottom, so they fold away and they stay attached to the panel and they're not flopping around when you're not using them. So that's very convenient. And you can see the panels are very thin. You can see they're really, really thin, but they're still rigid. If you touch it, you see, I'm trying to bend it, it won't bend. It is rigid. So it's not cheap or anything like that. It's a good solid material. They put multiple layers together so that it will not break. It is very tough and durable. So I find that to be quite good. But as you see, they're still lightweight, very easy to carry around. Men, women, kids, anybody, you can carry that around quite easily. So that gives you an idea what they look like right there. Now let's focus over here on the connector. The connector, like I said, this is your standard MC4 connector, and I have it connected up right there, and you see it has nice waterproof connectors. You can leave this outdoors. If it gets wet, no problem. It's sealed up and water will not get in there, so that's not a problem. This is your 6-in-1 universal connector. You see that comes with 6 different plugs right there, so you can hook it up to just about anything. Any kind of power station or output anywhere. And you even have a plug right there where you could hook up exposed wires to it and hook it up to pigtails or anything else that you want to. So that's very convenient right there, just about any kind of connector out there. And it explains on the Amazon page what all these connectors are called. I'm not going to bore you with those details. I don't think you really want to care about it right now. But if you do, if you have a specific connector, it's listed on their Amazon page. And you can see right here, this little box right here, This little box is where the smart chip is, and everything is inside there. You don't need a separate controller or anything like that. Everything is microprocessor controlled. It's inside that little box right there, and it does all the heavy work for you. So you don't need to worry about any kind of technology that you need to know about. You don't need to add anything to it. Look how thin that is. You can see how really thin that little smart chip is inside there. So everything is fully controlled. The panels do everything all by themselves. So let's go outside and see how these guys perform. All right, here we have the solar panels propped up outside in the corner of my yard collecting the sun, and it's only about 10:30 in the morning around there, so they're not going to be at their peak performance. Generally, the best performance is around noon to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But this is what they look like. Let's go to the little control panel on the power station and see exactly how they're charging up that little power station. I have it hooked up. I have it in the corner over there. Let's go see what it looks like. All right, here we are looking at the little power station control panel, and you see that the solar panels are charging it up quite well without any trouble whatsoever. So basically, it's going to fluctuate as the sun power goes into it, but you can see it's from the upper 20s to the lower 30s around there. It's fluctuating up to like 31, 32, 29, 27. It fluctuates quite a bit, but that doesn't matter. You're getting power consistently, and that's what this is all about. If you were totally off the grid or didn't have any power during an emergency, this would charge up your power station quite well. So there you have it. Alright guys, so let's get a little bit technical here and find out exactly how much power these solar panels are producing. I decided that the little control panel on the power station may not be the most accurate thing around, so I decided to pull out the old multimeter and do my own calculations. So I have the multimeter hooked up to the power control panel coming out of the solar panel. You see that I have it hooked up to the cables coming out of the solar panel, and that way I can see exactly how much power they are putting out. And it's simple math. I know I didn't warn you. We're going to have to do a little bit of math in this video. It's simple math. All you do is check the voltage and the amperage, multiply the two, and you come up with the total wattage that is being put out by the solar panels. So right now you see that we're looking at 20.76 volts coming out of the solar panels right now. I'm going to switch over right now and show you the amperage. And the amperage, you're going to see that it comes out to be 5.6 amps. And basically what you do is you multiply the two and you come up with 115.92 watts. That is much more accurate than the little power station. And that gives you a real number, a true number of what these solar panels are putting out. And that is fairly good. Remember, they're only rated for 120 watts. So putting out about 116 watts when you round it off, that's pretty darn good. And I'm not shooting this under optimal conditions. I'm shooting this in the early morning. At noon, they'll probably produce 120 or maybe more. So these panels are really doing a good job. I'm very satisfied. Alright guys, there you have it, a review and demonstration of the 120 watt portable solar panel array from Necespow. I think these panels are really quite good. They're lightweight, flexible, easy to use, and very affordable. For the price of a standard 100 watt solar panel, you can get these panels from Necespow that put out more power for the same money. They come with a universal connector, making them compatible with pretty much any power station on the market, and they're also very easy to set up and don't take up much room. Now, whether you're using them for camping, RVing, living off the grid, or like me for emergency power outages, I think these panels do a really great job. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.